Howdy, you lot, how's it going? So, let's get this MP7.5 up and running. So, all these parts, all these bits came, apart from this didn't come from Active Scale, but we might as well give them credit because they got hold of it for me. But all these parts here all come from Active Scale models. So, if you want to support them, there's a link. It won't affect me in any way, but I like to support the local and the small model shops, so there'll be a link to their website in the description of this video. But every single part come from them. I've just been down there and picked them up. I didn't even get them delivered. I literally went and picked these parts up myself because they're my local shop, so of course I'm going to go down there rather than have stuff delivered. So we got the transmitter or the radio gear. Obviously it comes with the receiver, but there's an extra one that isn't actually for this car, but still that comes from Active Scale as well. We've got the 6-volt hump pack, obviously needs to go in there. An air filter, went for the associated one because it's a really good filter. I couldn't get hold of a Kyosho one in good condition, so went for this associated one. 12-volt battery and a starter box. Happy days. Let's put it all together and we should have an absolutely cracking MP7.5. Not just any MP7.5. Potentially a championship winning one. By the way, for those of you that may be interested, we wasn't quite sure which championship it actually, well, this is a replica, but which championship it's a replica of that it actually won. It's looking like it's 2002. We thought it was 2001, but it's looking like it may be in 2002. If you lot know any more information or you know stuff, perhaps put a comment and you can let us know, because the owner of this buggy is desperately trying to remember. He can't remember. He had it built as a replica back in, he thought it was 2001, by a very famous apparently person. By an apparently famous person. But anyway, if you can find out what championship it was, happy days. I've done a bit of digging. It seems like it was 2002 by some Japanese sounding person who actually won it. But anyway, we've got to do a little bit of work to the starter box to get the battery to fit in it. Let's go, dude. Right, so what have we got? We'll put the receiver and all that in first. Get the transmitter going. I forgot to get, doesn't matter, I forgot to get a battery, but I'll have to put some my own batteries in this, and I'll have to put different ones in for him. So I'm not giving away my rechargeable battery. Happy days, man. Happy days. What we got here? There's our little Allen keys and bits and bobs that come with it. Put that there. One transmitter and one receiver. What a brilliant receiver. This is going to be an excellent buggy. We don't need that yet. We can put the receiver in, we can put the battery in, and then we need to find some AA batteries to bind it up. Make sure our servos, I think I tested the servos, didn't I? So we know the servos work, so we haven't got to make sure they work. Where's the battery? Now this battery may need a charge, but that'll be alright. We've got to charge it up. What is it? It's a Radiant battery. Now the only thing is, they didn't do the ones with the 2 leads like my ones. Where's my ones I can demonstrate with? Here we go. Now I like these ones. I've got a few of these in every car. They've got the 2 leads. So you've got that one, and then you've got the little red one. So you can do it, you know, this battery will fit in anything. They didn't do that. They only done one with the 1 lead. But there is a little, you can get the side cutters, snip the end off, and you've got the red one, which is now black. What do we need? Well, have we even got a switch? I didn't even look to see if we had a switch. Oh, we have got a switch. I thought to myself, bloody hell, that's one thing I didn't look at. We've got a switch. We have got a switch. Luckily, we have got a switch. That's good. But where is the other? There it is. No, it's not. The bloody... There's one end of the switch. Where's the other end of the switch? There. How does that work then? What? This switch has got... Ah, that's why. I was putting the wrong end. Right, so there's one end. That goes in there. That's our battery. So we don't need them. All these wires, they can all go through that side. Come out there. And that one needs to be unplugged now. And pulled through there. Man, this is great. Right, now we can plug our battery in again. And that can live rather comfortably down in there. Now we can get our receiver. And I don't know what one that goes to. I'm assuming. Alright, that's the throttle. That means this one is the steering. And this one, it's a charge switch on this one, looks of it anyway. So that one's the battery. So that one can go on there. Like that. That one goes on there, like that. And we can choose which one of these we want, but I think we'll have that one. And that one goes on there. Happy bloody days. We've got our red LED. Can you see it? We're on. Now I've just got to go and get some batteries to put in the transmitter and bind it up. Man, I tell you, it's such a good day out there today. Such a good day. Absolutely brilliant. I mean, could we even ask for any more than this? The answer is no. No, we couldn't ask for any more because, well, everything is just great, you know. I mean, it hasn't rained, but then again, is rain bad? I mean, a lot of people think rain is bad. When I personally think rain is a good thing, because without rain, things can't grow, and if things can't grow, well, we're in a spot of bother, to be honest. If things can't grow, I mean, so we do need a bit of rain, but I don't know. You tell me. But it hasn't rained. Everything is hunky dory, spot on, absolutely perfect. Why isn't this turning on? Alright, I know these ones are flat and they need bloody recharging. It must be because that transmitter's got a dodgy switch on it. Anyway, not this one, the other one I took them out of. Anyway, so we need to select... Oh, piss off. Oh, piss off. I'm going to have to move that up. I was trying to leave it on so he gets the authenticity and he can peel it off himself. Model select. Model 1 is obviously what we want. Then we got to go down to receiver. Go. Yes, we want to link. Now we need to turn that on. And we need to press this button. And we're on. Oh. I plugged them in the wrong things again. I always bloody do that. I thought I thought I got the right wires. I must have looked at them and got the wrong wires. So we've accidentally plugged the steering into the throttle and the throttle into the steering. But that's alright, we can do that. And then all we got to do is pull that out of there like that and push that through there like that and put that there. And then that will bring this one here. And then that means then now we've got throttle and steering. But the only trouble is our throttle and brake is around the wrong way, so we need to go to where do we need to go? We need to set up the failsafe as well, but throttle is now the right way round. There we go. Throttle opens up all the way, that's good. Brakes, yep, they're all the way. Steering, yep. I mean, we can always adjust the end stops as and when. Perfectly good fast servo there. Couldn't ask for better than that. We'll mess around with the end stops like at a later date. There's nothing to do with that. Failsafe. Where do we want the failsafe to be? We want the steering to stay where it is, but we want the failsafe throttle mode. We want that to be no, we want that to be on, hold. Not lock. What's the matter with you? Right, so now, on the event that we lose connection, for example, transmitter is off, we're on brakes. There we go. No throttle and we're on brakes. Signal comes back again. Happy days. Right, let's put all this in, put the aerial tube on. Wherever I've done with that, the charge switch can, oh, that can live in there. I'm not bothered about that. Let's try and get this little aerial up through there. Sometimes a lot more tricky than you first think. You don't want to kink this too much, but you can give it a little bit of a kink. And what that does is, when you put that underneath there like that, now it's got a little bit of a kink on it. It'll I might, ooh, my giddy aunt, I thought I'd knock you over then. I might have to do this with, from the other angle, perhaps. I don't know yet, but we will get it. There we go. That is through there. I will get a little sticky pad and just stick this receiver to the bottom of this box so that it's not flapping around. Oh, you cock, what's that doing? Coming through there. That needs to go under there, doesn't it? Like that, dear boy. I haven't seen Johnny Boy. He hasn't made an appearance for quite some time. Old Johnny Boy. I don't know where Johnny Boy is. Johnny Boy, are you here, Johnny Boy? No, not here. Can't hear him. But if you heard him, put it in the comments. Right, all this goes in there. Like that. That lid gets shut. That lid gets shut. Here's the aerial tube. This is the black one, the original black one that it come with. So this has been on the car for 25 years. And it's staying on it now. But with a new receiver. It's now 2.4 gigahertz and it is bloody mint. There we go. That'll need to be straightened up a little bit, but there we go. Radio gear done. We need to sort out the air filter and we need to sort out that blooming starter box. Right, while we're doing it, let's do this air filter. Now, one of the other things are bloody... See, it was a bit of a faff. I ended up going to the model shop from work, and it means I left my notepad at home. So, so I forgot a couple of things that I was going to get for myself and then use. I was going to get a bottle of air filter oil, obviously not chargeable for this, but I was going to get a bottle of air filter oil so I could oil this filter up. but I bloody forgot about it. So I'm going to have to go back to the model shop and buy a bottle of air filter oil, but we don't need that right now. We can get this filter put together and we can get this filter put on. I will oil it before it's handed back and before it's run properly. So let's get this together. I love these filters. The style of them, the way they are, they're great. Really are great filters. I really do like them. The only thing is, we haven't got the screw. Where's the screw? There's no screw in the packet. Oh no! I didn't. Alright, well there's supposed to be a screw what goes in there. And you put that on there, like that. Put the screw in there, and then you put an R-clip through that to keep the screw in, because the screws can come out sometimes. But they haven't given us a screw, so I'm going to have to go and find a screw. Bloody hell, Associated. I know some of you are going to turn around and say, because you always do, you don't get a screw when you buy the filter. Listen, I've got 3 of these filters on my buggies, right? They all came with the screw to screw them together. So you can't say, oh, they don't come with a screw. They do come with a screw, or at least they did. Obviously, they don't anymore. Trying to tell me things. I know what the bloody hell's going on, you lot. Anyway, I'm going to go find a screw. Right, we'll definitely better find a screw in there. It's just my luck, these bloody screws. Well, this one might do the trick. No, that won't do the trick. It's a crap one. A good one. Want a good screw, really. Everyone loves a good screw now and again. That's a good one. Will it go in there? That should do. And we should be able to do that up. And that will hold that together. As I said, and I'll repeat it again, it will be oiled inside and out. I just forgot to buy a bottle of air filter oil. I ran out of it. If it was my car, I would bodge it and I'd put engine oil, 10W40 or something on it. But it's not my car. I'm doing it properly. Well, at least what I consider to be properly. So I will use proper air filter oil, okay? It is as simple as that. And I could have done with a bit of air filter oil to oil up this little bit of rubber here so that this will slide on a bit better. I'm going to go and get some 10W40. I don't know, you lot. I don't bloody know. A little bit of 1040 around the end of that. Lubrication is always the way. We want it to be that way, really, don't we? So that one's got to go on there like that. Sometimes you can heat these up a little bit to let the rubber expand a little bit, but a little bit of oil, get a couple of cable ties, one round there, one round there, and we're away. Happy days, couldn't be happier. Looks like I need to go and buy some more cable ties as well. Bloody hell, I'm running out. I never thought I'd run out of cable ties. It's a bit of a joke in my family. They call me Mr. Cable Tie because I use cable ties for everything. I even hung the exhaust on my real actual car. I hung it with cable ties. Who needs exhaust rubbers? Just use cable ties. And it was there. It was there for about 10 years. Never moved. It was great. Everyone said, oh, they melt, they melt. And I was like, they melt, I'll put more on. But they never did melt. And yeah, it hung there for years. Like I say, about 10 years it hung there. And it was great. Done a really good job, actually. Anyway, that needs to go like that. There we go. There's our air filter. Absolutely brilliant. And when that's oiled, that'll be bright red, or it might be blue, depending what oil I buy. I like the blue stuff. No particular reason, I just like the colour blue, but I do like the colour red. So sometimes I buy red, and that cable tie is going to go around the bottom of that in a minute. Anyway, tidy up time. And then we'll sort the starter box out. Right, so I've been indoors, got myself a nice drink. I did have a packet of biscuits, but the mice ate them. I went over the packet and the packet had been chewed and all the biscuits were gone apart from a few crumbs. So I got no biscuits, but that's alright. Bloody mice. Bloody mice. Right, one battery, one starter box. Now this is the Fast Track's True Start starter box. Very nice box. Comes with some stickers. I love stickers. These aren't my stickers, but I'm just saying I love stickers. They're great, man. They really are. When I was a kid, I used to stick stickers on absolutely everything. And I'm still pretty much like that now. So, I've got to do a little bit of modification to this because when I've got my starter boxes, I'm 100% sure that they used to come with the little little adapter thing to make it so that you can put the spades on and you know, change it. Now there's all your bits and bobs. I'm gonna have to set all that up. I hate setting starter boxes up. I bloody hate setting starter boxes up. But this car, this buggy needs a starter box. So you can't have a pull start on it or nothing like that. So it needs a, so it has to be done. So that's just the way the cookie crumbles. Now I always thought, because my ones, they came with the little adapter. You plug it in. I would show you if I could be bothered to get it down, but I can't be bothered. You plug that in and then you got the two spades. But we haven't got that on this one. Didn't come with it, so I'm going to have to do a little bit of adjustment, snip them off, put spades on the end of it, and then we can jimmy that on there like that. So let's go and get that sorted out, shall we? Now, they were nice enough at Active Scale Models because I said to him, has this definitely got the adapter on it for this battery? And he went, let's have a look. Opened it up, didn't have it. So he said, all you got to do, I'll put you a few. So he's put me some of these little spades in. I've got loads of them anyway, but he put them in there. So I said, okay, no problemo. So that's what we got. I'll snip that off. All this is, in case you lot were wondering, you can run these starter boxes with 12 volt. They take 12 volts to run. They've got two motors, look, and they're a 12 volt system. So you can have two stick live, not live. You can put lipos if you want, but two 7.4 volt. Two of these is what you would have. Two of them. But that's more expensive to buy two of these than it is to buy one of these. So this is the cheaper option, and it's a nice option because it's just one battery. A bit heavier, but it's one battery. And as I say, it's more expensive to buy two of these. So to save the owner of this buggy that wants this starter box, to save him some money, I opted to get this because otherwise he would have spent more money buying two batteries. So, and I run the 12 volt lead acid in my starter box, and well, there's nothing wrong with that. I think it's totally fine. It's fine and dandy. So all we've got to do, strip off a little bit of wire down to the little bit of strip off a little bit of coating, and then we can crimp them on. I would solder them on, but I think we'll crimp them on because I've got crimps. They give me these spades. They're not the soldering type. You can solder them on, believe it or not. A lot of people think that you can't solder them on, but of course you can solder them on. You can do it a couple of ways. You can heat them up, put the wire in the bottom, drop the solder in it, and it'll solder it. You can also do it from this end, put the wire in it, solder it to that. I might add a bit of solder on it after, just to make sure they're good and strong, but for now, and the purposes of doing this, we will do it fine. And one of the good things about these Fast Tracks True Starts is they are good components. My side cutters are extremely blunt because I always use them for things that they shouldn't be used for. Cutting things they shouldn't be used to cut. So that means subsequently to that they are somewhat blunt, but these wire is good quality, and they do use good quality things. So that's one, and then we'll put the other one on. They only gave me yellow, they didn't give me black and red, but oh bollocks. Oh well, that's that one. That's that one buggered. Good job he did give me that. Well, I got a whole box of these, but he said I'll give you 4 in case you fluff 1 or 2 of them up. I said that's very kind of you. And look what I've done. I messed them up, didn't I? So let's just test to make sure that it is all functional and it does work before we go adjusting everything and putting the battery in. That's on there like that. Number 1. Lovely. I'm going to give this a charge up before I hand it over. It will be fully charged and ready to rock and roll. So now we've got to adjust this, because as you can see, this set up to take the batteries. It's like some of you lot call them stick batteries, don't you? It's set up to take 7.4 volt batteries. So we need to adjust it so we can jam this battery in there like that. And then we're all good to rock and roll, my friends. Right, so I've fannied around for a bit, and I think I've got it looking pretty good now. It's all there. It seems to line up with the flywheel. I might have to adjust it a little bit more when I actually go and try and start it. I haven't actually properly engaged it yet, but I can see down in there that it's all lined up. It's looking good. Put them where they need to be. There's a few spare ones and that I'll all put back in. I might stick 1 or 2 of the stickers on, so it looks pretty cool for when I hand it back again. Battery's in. Still needs to be charged up, but it's in. Feet are on. Happy days. What more can we ask for? Not a lot. Do you know what's next to do? Start it up again. Make sure that everything's happy and hunky-dory. And that's pretty much it, my friends. This is the thing now. What a lot of companies are doing, they can't be bothered, probably because it costs more money. Because back in the day when I was younger, any sticker sheet you got, they would be pre-cut. So you just have to sort of go like that, peel up the stickers you want. But nowadays, I think it's down to laziness, but you tell me what you think it is. Probably laziness, because it's just easier to print a whole sheet and then have you cut it out than it is to cut them themselves, die cut stickers. But yeah, you have to cut your own stickers out these days. I don't know, man. It's not just, I'm not just saying Fast Tracks and CML, it's a lot of people, you know, a lot of companies, you know, they won't die cut your stickers. You know, they give you a sticker sheet. Yeah, I have a sticker sheet. Oh, thank you very much. That's all right. You got to cut your own stickers out, no? Well, what happened to you cutting them out? You made the stickers. You know what I mean? But there we go. Perhaps that's just me being a bit, I don't know. Is it you? Is it me? Are we all the same? Oh, bollocks. Are we all the same? I don't know. But I'll stick a couple of these stickers on there for him, so it looks pretty cool. Happy days, man. Right, let's see, shall we? Let's stick a bit of this. I don't know what it is. It's nitro, but I don't know what it actually is. It's something. That should be enough. I'll only put a little bit in. I think it might be 30% that. I don't know. But a little bit of nitro, a little bit of heat, and away we go. Right then, so let's turn on our brand new radio gear. Still leaving that film on there so that he can peel it off himself. Yes. Authenticity at its best. Happy days, man. I couldn't be bloody happier with this. Are we even picking anything up? I think we are. I don't know what's going on there. I think we're alright. It's a bit dicky. Anyway, we'll see. we'll see if it's going to work. If it's going to work or if it's not going to work. Wonderful, absolutely wonderful. So all I need to do, the wheels aren't quite straight, so I'm just going to take off the servo horn. We've got it set to 0 on the trim, so I'm going to take off the horn, set it so where the wheels are pretty much straight. I'm never going to get it spot on. That'll only be done when you're driving it, and you'll be able to adjust it with the trim there, but that will be for another day. Runs perfectly. I think the seal on that tank's a little bit dicky. We might have to have a look at that. But I haven't got another one of them, so I don't know what I'm going to do about that, really, to be honest. I don't think it's the best. It works, obviously, because it runs. And it seems to run quite well. I think 4 1/4 tanks through it now, which is absolutely great. So I know, again, everyone's going to be doing things differently, but the way I like to adjust the end points, particularly on the steering, is you want it so... Well, I steer it all the way, then I adjust it while I'm still steering. I see some people, they fanny around with the adjustments, and then they go, nope. Then they fanny around again, and then they go, nope. Whereas I steer it all the way, press on the button, and then that will slowly adjust itself, and you can see. And you want it so you can, you know, that is me doing that, right? You want to look at the linkages, and you want it so it gets to the end of its travel. That's as far as it's going to steer, and that's where it stops. If it goes any further, that's when the servo's trying to pull it out. Do you know what I mean? And the same for the other way. You want to look at the linkages, yeah? Just in that little piece of slack that there is where you want it to stop. And the same goes for throttle and brake. You want it so that, you don't want it so it doesn't go all the way, but you don't want it so it goes all the way and tries to go further. You want it so it goes all the way and then it stops. And it's difficult to explain, but you can tell that. And I'm sure that even the most inexperienced of any of you there will look at that and you will just know. You'll look at that and you'll go, oh yeah, that seems to be at the end of its travel. It doesn't look like the servo is trying to pull it further than the travel that it can actually go. I'd say that's pretty much there. You can always tell if the steering's at the end of its travel, it ain't going to go no more, but that servo's going, come on, come on. You can tell. You just can tell. I don't know how I can explain it, but you can just tell that. So by showing it's the best way to explain it. So there we go. That is where it needs to be. You can see the steering comes to the end of its travel, but that servo isn't trying to pull it any further. That way we know. Well, that's as perfect as I'm going to get it. I know there'll be some of you out there, of course, who are sitting there thinking, well, I can get it better than that. I can get it far better than that. Well, brilliant. Happy days. But that is as best as I'm going to get it to be. Look at the beast! There it is. Happy days. Fully completed. Ready to rock and roll. Everything's packed up. Everything's ready to go. Happy days, man. Well, I hope you lot have enjoyed seeing this buggy, and I'm sure that Mr. Simon, the bloke who owns it, is going to thoroughly enjoy using it again. Well, I say again, I don't think he ever did use it, because that engine was only Well, it's brand new, isn't it? Anyway, you lot, thanks for sticking around. Thanks for watching. Got another receiver here that's going to go in a different car, so there will be another video on that if you want to see that, putting the radio gear in a different car. I'll probably do a few things in that video. Probably won't be all that actual one thing, but yeah, loads of Nitro stuff happening. There's going to be bloody loads of Nitro stuff coming up in the next few weeks, I should imagine. Well, I know there probably definitely is. I think it's going to be quite crazy. But anyway, I'll catch you lot later on. Treat people nicely. Treat people how you would expect to be treated. And we should have a nice, happy life. Cheerio, you lot. All the bloody best.